This is the Imarku 11-piece kitchen knife set with block. Let's take it out of the box. In the box, we find the set itself, and there's a little manual that comes along with it. So like I said, this is an 11-piece set that of course includes the block and a cutting board in the 11 pieces. So there's your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And what you have here is a very nice kitchen knife set. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the cutting board, I'll pull out each of these knives and show you and tell you a little bit about it, and then of course we'll test them out. Before we get to that, I want to just tell you a little bit about the block. The block is made out of acacia wood, and that's a very common wood that's used for things like wooden cutting boards as such. Wooden cutting boards are going to get scratched, and they're not going to look as nice as they once did. There are a number of different things you can do to help preserve your set, which I'll talk about as we go on with the video, but let me show you the knives. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is the cutting board. As I had explained before, this is made out of acacia wood, and it's just a standard wooden cutting board. It has a juice groove around there, so as you're cutting stuff up, whatever juices or whatever are in it will go and fall in that channel and help keep them away from the food, and that way when you go to dispose of everything, hopefully it'll pour off in one nice shot. I don't have a level surface here, that's why this is just a little wiggly like that, but let's show you the knives. We're going to start off with the cleaver right here. The cleaver is of course solid stainless steel, 3CR13 stainless to be exact, and it has a very, very sharp edge. You can hear that. Obviously, I'm not going to run my finger that way because then I will get cut, and these knives are really, really razor sharp. Very fine edge on this, and the cleaver of course is really nice if you need to do some hard work with stuff, ribs and things like that. You're going to be using the cleaver with things with small bones or sinew or anything like that that you might need to cut through, would be a good use for the cleaver. Next up is the chef's knife. Once again, absolutely razor sharp edge on it. Very nice handles. These handles are made out of paca wood. It's all one nice piece. It's a little bit flexible, but that actually can be a good thing in certain circumstances. So a nice chef's knife, however you like to hold it. I like to hold the knives like this, but you can of course hold it by the handle, and of course you can rock and chop things, and I'll be showing you that a little bit later. Next knife you get is a bread knife. This has teeth on it, so if you have a nice crusty artisan bread or something, you can slice right through that, and it's not going to flatten the bread down like you've been getting with other knives. This will slice through the crust and then go right through the rest of the bread without any problem. Then you get a set of shears. These are spring-loaded. They have a keeper on them. You squeeze together, open that little thing up like that, and you'll see that they pop open. So now you can stick whatever you want in there and cut things. What I found the shears are really great for, I buy these salmon fillets. They're almost like an entire salmon, and the skin is near impossible to cut through, but these shears just snip right through it without any problem. Also great if you're making like chicken salad or turkey salad after Thanksgiving. Put that in the bowl and just chop stuff up like that. When you're done, flip that over and they stay closed simply like that. You also get 4 steak knives. They're all the same. They're serrated. and they're also razor sharp. We'll test one of these out as well. So you get 4 of these, and there's one last item that you get here, which is the knife sharpener. It has grooves on there. Now, I don't need to sharpen these knives now because they're not dull. They're brand new. Any straight edge knife, doesn't matter what brand you buy, will get dull. The way a knife works is they hone the edge to a very sharp point. And when the knife gets dull, what happens is that edge is very thin metal and it curls over. So what the sharpener does, as you run it like that and like that, is it helps to grind off the burrs and give you a very nice edge once again on the knife. You only do that as is necessary. You don't do it every time. I know you see it on TV where they do this every time. You do it only as you need it, and that's that. And this is going to work for the chef's knife and for the cleaver right here. The rest are serrated or other purpose, and you don't sharpen those knives, and they generally don't go dull anywhere near as fast. So let's start cutting some things up. So here's some celery, and we're going to start with one of the steak knives. You don't really use this for cutting stuff up. I don't have any meat to show you. I didn't go and cook a steak, but at least it'll give you an idea. So for celery, we can cut, let's say we wanted pieces like this. You can see how that cuts very nicely like that. Not a problem at all. I also have a carrot here, and we'll be doing that with both, both vegetables with each knife I'm going to show you. That goes right through. If you have a dull knife, you know all about how carrots are, and how when you go and cut, sometimes you cut like a little piece for a salad or something, and they just disappear on you, go flying all over the kitchen. This is with a steak knife, the wrong kind of knife, but yet, maybe the other ones aren't available at the moment. You can see how this will chop up without any problem. Cut everything up nice. What also happened to be nice inadvertently is because of the serrations on there, it left a nice little design on the carrots, but I don't think that's going to add much to it. So now let me clear this off and we'll go to the next knife. Next up is the chef's knife. Once again, how you want to hold the knife is up to you. This is what's most comfortable for me, because that, to me, it feels like this gives me a hand that I can hold something with, and a knife, not a separate hand holding a knife like this where it can go everywhere. It makes it one piece with my arm by doing it that way. So we're going to go ahead now and cut this up in much the same fashion. This is the right knife to use. This goes right through without any problem whatsoever. Absolutely effortless. Effortless. Simple like that. If you wanted to cut these into smaller pieces, you can do that. But now we're going to get a carrot and try that out, because we all know that right through, it's as if it weren't even there. I'll just cut the ends off right there, and I'll go ahead and cut this up in much the same fashion as I did before. And I'm going to leave that because I like to have 10 fingers in the end. So the chef's knife works great, And let me clean this up here, and we'll go on to the cleaver so I can show you that. Now the cleaver, again, if you had some meat here, you know, you could really get some damage done if you had some, you know, small bones or anything to cut through, but absolutely effortlessly goes through anything you throw at it. I don't have to saw through it. I'm just pushing the knife. Clean cut. Push the knife. Clean cut. Simple like that. Works great. Works absolutely great. So here's another carrot. Chop that off. And get rid of the end here. And we'll cut this up as we have done with the rest. It's absolutely effortless all the way. And there we are. Did a fine job. All the knives are absolutely razor sharp and all work great. We have two problems now. First is we have dirty knives. How do you clean them? You don't put knives in the dishwasher. Your dishwasher, and this goes for any knife out there, your dishwasher uses dishwasher detergent. You've been probably using the same type for many, many years. That stuff is very, very corrosive because it can't suds up in the dishwasher. If you've ever made the mistake of using non-dishwasher detergent in a dishwasher, this will strike a chord with you. Fortunately, I never have. But I have seen pictures and videos of those who have. So they use corrosive stuff, usually containing bleach. That's corrosive to metal. Knives are metal, last I checked. And these indeed are. So you need to clean them, and in order to do that, you're going to wash them. When? Right away. So right now, my talking to you, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go wash these in the sink. Hot soapy water. Of course, don't cut yourself. That's not the point. But you want to hand wash them and dry them right away. Of course, the whole point of that is so they will last. If you put your knives in the dishwasher, yeah, you're going to take them out. They'll be nice and sharp next time. And the next time you do it, they'll come out nice and sharp. But you'll notice that in time, they're going to get dull really quick. So you always want to hand wash your good kitchen knives, and these are an excellent set. I'm going to move this off here, and I want you to see now, if I pick this up, if I don't have too much of a glare, you might be able to see marks in the wood. That's why you use a cutting board. That's the whole point of it. Because if I didn't, I'd have scratching underneath this. So that's why we have cutting boards. This way the cutting board can get damaged and not your surface in your kitchen, like your countertop or table or wherever you're cutting that. But one thing you can do to help improve the appearance of this and also help it to last, number one, it's wood. Wood and water don't mix. That's not to say it can't get wet, but it's to say that it can't stay wet. So in other words, don't leave it in a sink full of soapy water or anything like that, or leave it for a week before you get around to doing the dishes. Just wash it and be done with it. Wash it and dry it. It only takes a minute, and it'll be there for you next time. And to keep it looking very nice, you can get what is called food-grade mineral oil. This goes for any wooden cutting board of any kind. You get a bottle of that stuff, it's going to last you for many years. Might be $8 or so. It's going to last you 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8 years. So $1 a year is not a lot of money. And all you do is put a few drops on the cutting board, paper towel, and just wipe it down after you've already washed it. And that is not only going to shine up the board, but it's also going to treat the wood and sort of essentially moisturize and condition the wood for you, and that'll help keep it looking great, and also will help sort of ease out these scratches. They're never going to go away, and the more you use this, of course, the more scratching you're going to get. But once again, that is the entire point of it. All of this here was cut up using these Imarku knives. They were nothing short of excellent through and through. I'm sure that in your kitchen they will certainly do just as good of a job as I showed here. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.